Welcome here to our 49ers preview. Niners taking on the Rams on Niners Radio. I'm here with former 49ers Super Bowl champion Dennis Brown. Niners going to be taking on the Los Angeles Rams for Monday Night Football, and it's going to be on ESPN, locally be on ABC7 for Monday Night Football. Niners and Rams. Niners coming off that ugly loss. I mean, I was just like, I'm still.
Do we have to talk about it?
No,
I mean, we have to talk about it, but we don't have to talk about it. It was tough to watch. It was a tough watch. And you came into this football game, you knew Kyler Murray, but you knew that
Colt McCoy,
Colt McCoy was going to be starting. Kyler's not going to be in the game. You know, DeAndre Hopkins not going to be in the game. You're going to be missing. And then when the game started, your running back goes down. Then also your starting offensive guard goes down. What an opportunity, especially for this defense, to get after it. And I don't know what happened. I mean, it's tough to watch your home team not play well at home. And let's
home field advantage has turned out down to be it's home field disadvantage so bad. You can't even buy a W at the Mecca at Santa Clara. Go figure.
Yeah, and I think what's the team? 0-4 this season.
11-12, 8 straight losses. 11-12, one home win since the NFC Championship game.
I mean, I love this team, but you got to get some home wins. And you know, you've had a lot of opportunities where you were the only game. And again, we got it this weekend. Or we got it Monday night. The only game on TV is going to be the 49ers against the Rams. So if you can't get excited about a divisional game, Professor, and you can't get excited about the Los Angeles Rams, I mean, you're in the wrong business. This is it. I mean, you have to show up. Oh, yeah.
I mean, you grew up in Southern California.
I grew up in L.A. My father was a Rams fan. I became a 49er. I think in 7 years, I probably lost to the Rams once. And it was a rivalry. It was always, they had good teams. Jackie Slater was the Hall of Fame offensive lineman, played against him. It was always a rivalry, but we we always played well against the Rams. So,
I mean, if you can't, and Pat Hayden and
all the great,
Wendell
Tyler came back and became a 49er.
Willie Flipper Anderson, Henry Eller, Jim Everett,
great names.
Eric Dickerson, one of my favorite backs.
Yeah, he was a Ram. So this has been a rivalry. I think it's probably the longest rivalry in NFL. I mean, it's a long time rivalry.
West Coast, west of the Mississippi, no doubt. West of the Rocky Mountains and pro sports.
Yeah, and so you know we'll see what happens. I mean, this is an opportunity for Kyle Shanahan to really show what he kind of has because, I mean, we're not talking about it that much, Professor, but he's. I mean, there's going to be some questions at the end of the season if he is that guy. Because all we talk about is him being an offensive genius, and we have not seen it.
I've been hearing it on Facebook. I've talked to some people behind the scenes on the phone. I'm not going to mention their names.
Right.
And I'm going to keep it anonymous for those who are watching out there. But the feedback I'm getting, it's not good.
It's not good. I mean, he's had a tough go at it. And here's the deal with him. You know, you got Jimmy Garoppolo. You think he's going to play well. He's an established veteran quarterback, and then you go out and you draft a quarterback third overall, and you're thinking maybe you have some time to develop him, but you got to win football games. But he's not winning football games, and he's not developing a quarterback.
That's what Bill Walsh did back in the day.
Yes.
And George Seifert, because you played with Seifert, you never played with Walsh, you played with Jim.
I played with Steve and Joe, but at the same time Steve was being developed.
And then, but you have feedback for veteran players who was coming off those back-to-back Super Bowl years, was there when Walsh was there. So you got that full Bill Walsh training.
that Bill Walsh philosophy.
Exactly.
And his philosophy was development. I mean, if you were a second team guy, he was always developing you in some kind of way. So you were always getting in the football game. And when I came in as a second round pick, I got into the game as a rookie. I got into the game on third downs or first down. So he was always slowly developing. And that's what this team kind of, beginning of the season, we thought we had so much depth. Now we see that we really don't have that much depth. Because guys don't have the experience. They don't have the reps. So it makes it tough. So I think if the 49ers can't pull out a win come Monday night, you're going to start seeing some more of these rookies kind of show up.
Like baseball calling up the minor leagues in AAA.
Because at some point, you got to see what you got. I mean, you got to understand what you got in Trey Lance. I mean, we can talk about what you got, the athleticism, strong arm, his toughness, but you got to see what he can do in the game.
Yeah, I agree with you. Dennis, I know just got to hang in there. People forget they're only one game out of a wild card, but the losses, especially at home, is starting to slip away. And this is sooner or later it's going to have to stop, or it's going to get real ugly, or before the calendar hits Thanksgiving, before shopping season begins.
Yeah, and it could be a tough December. I mean, if you can't go out and start stacking up some wins, it's going to be tough. And you know, and you look at this. I know you said they're only half game out of the playoffs, one game out of it. But you see the way these teams play. They're not playing with any urgency, no fire. I mean, it's yeah, you're still in it, but you got to play a lot better. You got to play a lot better.
All right, go get. That's former San Francisco 49ers defensive end Dennis Brown, as the Niners will be getting ready to take on the LA Rams for Monday Night Football Monday night coming up. That'll be a 5:20 p.m. Pacific Standard Time kickoff time. Game will be seen on ESPN and televised locally in the Bay Area on KGO ABC 7. Call of the game on ESPN will be Steve Levy with Louis Riddick and Brian Greasy. Game will also be on the 49ers flagship U.S. Bank radio network for the 49ers, KBR 680 104.5 FM, as Greg Papa, Tim Ryan with the play-by-play in action. And the 49ers pregame live, hosted by Laura Britt with the Hitman, Dante Whitner, Joe Staley, and DeKale Spikes, will come on the air at 4 o'clock in the Bay Area. Catch all the action 49ers pregame live on NBC Sports Bay Area. And then they'll have 49ers post-game live immediately following Monday Night Football between the 49ers and the Rams. And a reminder, on Monday night, it will also be Military Appreciation Night. Niners will be saluting to our veterans who fought to keep us from having our freedom for Veterans Day. And the 49ers will be rocking with their 1994 color retro throwback jerseys for Monday Night Football. For the latest news on 49ers news and so much more, go to 49ers.com. For now, I'm Brian Professor B. Davis. This has been the San Francisco 49ers preview with Dennis Brown on Niners Radio. Niners Radio is in association with the Satellite Digital Media News Network.